Oh.
Waiting for the broadcast to be published. Why does it take so
Like
long for the
that.
broadcast to be published?
Now we're live.
Now
will
we're
hit-
live. What
Oh.
is good, everyone? It is the Fortune 4 back at it again with the official horse racing podcast. This time, everyone is here, except we're going to be listening to your boy Rice talk about Backlash for about an hour.
Straight up
It
hour.
mightn't be an hour because I am going to be skipping one match for the point of it was absolutely fucking complete shite. And I think we all know what that match was. Well, quote unquote match.
If I had to take a guess, that thing with the Viking prophets.
You, my friend, guessed correct.
Yay!
So I will not be reviewing the Viking Raiders Street Profits brawl for me because it wasn't actually a match. It was a cinematic match. And obviously, like some cinematic matches are good. That was not.
My guess was going to be wrong.
We're going to say Strowman versus
No.
Strowman. What if they made a Strowman clone?
Jody might know what my guess would be.
Strowman clone.
If you say the Edge and Orton match, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
No, Colin.
It's literally on the tip
Were
of
you
the tongue.
were you actually going to fucking say that?
Welcome to the official horse racing podcast. I have no say on what my cohorts say, so yes.
Don't worry, we all get along on a podcast, but if he said that in public, I'd slap the fucking taste out of his mouth.
I'm talking about the language, but you say whatever, man. I'm just.
We are going to get monetized for a while. We're fine.
We have to wait until we get 1,000
Thanks to you.
subscribers and 1,000,000 hours. But hey, we may get the 1,000,000 hours sooner rather than later because of how lucrative Animal Crossing streams are.
Hey, you got to keep up with the trends.
And maybe the birthday stream will get me like 1,000 hours.
Yeah, come on, guys. Please view his birthday stream, for God's sake.
I don't want to be alone on my birthday.
No.
Lord knows how that feels like, because I fucking felt it last week.
Oh, happy birthday.
boo-hoo. Oh, wait, it was your birthday? Oh, happy birthday.
I feel like you told me
Right,
that Saturday.
Shall I move on with shall I get the review going, lads?
Let's jump into it.
Well, first match that was on the Backlash card was on the WWE Kickoff pre-show. And that match was for the United States Championship. And the two competitors of that were Apollo Crews and Andrade. Andrade, obviously, on the Monday before Backlash, defeated his tag partner Angel Garza and Kevin Owens to become the number one contender for the US Championship. Now, the story going into the match is obviously not to do with Apollo Crews, but to do with the team of Andrade and Angel Garza, as due to recent events, they haven't really been getting along all the best.
They haven't won the tag team championships.
No, and I think they're going to end up breaking up, but weirdly enough, that factored very little into the match besides a distraction from Garza. Now, I didn't see the match, and from what I've been hearing, that it was an okay match. They are capable of better, but obviously not really a shock to anyone, but the victor of that was Apollo Crews. And again, seeing as I didn't see the match and I didn't have time today to go back and watch it to review it, I cannot give that match a rating. But I can say my prediction for that match, along with my friend Eyesore, was Apollo Crews.
We both essentially picked 99% the same person, except for that one match
we did.
in which we
that
were
one
both
match,
wrong.
We will get to it. Don't worry, I have my opinion on that. But that was the first match of the night. Match went to Apollo Crews. Again, didn't see it, can't rate it, can't review it. Next match, we move on to the main card of Backlash, known as the greatest wrestling match ever.
The greatest
Backlash.
Royal Rumble.
And the first match of the night was for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And straight away, me and Eyesore went 1-on-1 because our picks did not win. the teams that were
It was
involved
it was the only match where we didn't have the same prediction, and we both lost somehow.
Well, there was one other match. But again, we'll get to that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
And the competitors in that match were the women's tag team champions of Bayley and Sasha Banks, the tag team of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and the tag team of the Iconics. And apparently, I have found this out now. It's not the Iconics, it's just Iconics with the I said a little bit longer than the rest. Which is fucking stupid. Yeah,
wait,
essentially like that.
The Iconics.
Yeah, essentially that. Just the I is a little bit extended, which is a bit fucking stupid if you ask me. But then again, I'm not on the creative team, so I wouldn't fucking know, would I?
You would think that one of the eyes would just be silent, you know?
Yeah, but they're not because logic. But yeah, that for an opening match, it was good. It was quick paced. There wasn't many fuck ups. There was a good spot where I believe it was Peyton Royce and Nikki Cross dove out of the ring onto the other competitors in a nice little tidy kind of a spot. No one came off of it injured, like a certain wrestling company where probably two of their women's wrestlers would have been injured. But other than that, match was pretty tame, nothing too over the top besides that dive, and lo and behold, the match ends with the most deadliest move in all of wrestling when Sasha Banks, after Alexa Bliss hit Twisted Bliss onto Peyton Royce, rolled up Alexa for the 1-2-3, having, for the first time, Sasha Banks actually defending a title successfully for the first time ever in her WWE career.
Oh yeah, that's right. She kept on having like those one-on-one battles with Charlotte and kept losing at the pay-per-view.
And Alexa Bliss too.
Oh yeah.
Now for an opening match, I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, I saw you didn't see it, but for an opening match for Backlash, it was a pretty good match, and the rating I gave to it was a nice, handy 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah. And maybe next year I'll get the network and watch the pay-per-view with you.
It was a good opening. It was a nice start to the pay-per-view. And next, we move on to one of my favorite matches of the night. For the main reason it involves someone from my childhood and someone who I respect because he's a fellow countryman. It was Jeff Hardy versus the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. And this match was very, very hard-hitting. Very intriguing, very iffy storyline going into it, to be fair, with the whole bringing up of Jeff Hardy's past, his demons. But they literally just said, fuck that storyline for 2 minutes, we're going to go have a good-ass wrestling match, and by God they did. It was a very hard-hitting match. Not many spots in it, besides one spot where Sheamus was looking to crotch Jeff on the turnbuckle. However, Jeff kind of went a bit over the top, hit his leg straight off the turnbuckle, and basically just Sheamus caught onto him before he could go neck first right off the apron, which would have really done some fucking damage. But in that match went for verbatim. Sheamus would hit the beats of the Bowron, Jeff Hardy would hit Whisper in the Wind, and he would nail a Twist of Fate, along with Sheamus nailing a Bro Kick. Both men would kick out of those finishes, both would spill to the outside. Jeff Hardy with a very well balanced run across the barricade, as he is well known to do, even while holding on to the plexiglass, but sadly jumped straight into a Bro Kick, got laid out, got thrown back into the ring, and Sheamus hit him with the brogue again for the 3 count. Not really the victor everyone was expecting, seeing how the storyline was going, but from what I've read online, they're saying that Sheamus mightn't have been the actual culprit of the hit and run. Even though Jeff Hardy described that one of the eyewitnesses said to him that the culprit had red hair and a red beard. Now, if everyone is suggesting it's not Sheamus, who would you think it would be? Who else in WWE fits that description?
A red head and a red beard. It's gotta be Kane. Nah, it's not Kane. I'm just messing with you.
Would the other two gentlemen like to intrigue a guess?
Orange Cassidy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Becky Lynch.
No, she's gone blonde now.
Wait,
Becky Lynch has gone blonde?
Basically, everyone's saying that they're saying like it could end up being Sheamus was revealed not to be the culprit, and it could have been someone else with red hair and a red beard, but we only know someone else who has that description.
Oh,
Eric Rowan.
Rowan doesn't have hair.
That's what you think.
But he does
He
have
He
a
made
red
Rowan.
beard.
And
I'm
Shall
trying.
I just tell you guys?
I can't think.
I can't think of anyone else.
Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like, he hasn't been on TV in a while. He's been bitching a lot on social media. So maybe have him kind of take out Jeff Hardy as a kind of a way to say, screw you to the company. I'm going to screw up the IC title tournament for a championship he was stripped of, due to him not wanting to work during the C virus pandemic. But the match was a good match, very hard hitting. Obviously, with Sheamus in the match, it is going to be very hard hitting. Jeff Hardy with his usual spots. I quite enjoyed the match, and the rating I gave to it was a nice, handy, lovely 3 stars. Anything you'd like to interject before I move on?
All I can think of are just fantasy booking where Sami Zayn turns out to be this friggin' anime bad guy, and Sheamus and Jeff Hardy team up to defeat him.
I never see Sheamus being a face. Sheamus is a heel. He's an Irishman. We're bastards. It's just natural for us.
Yeah, but he's there. It's like the Vegeta. He'd be like the Vegeta to Jeff Hardy's Goku to stop an even bigger threat, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I doubt Sammy's a big threat, but I see what you mean. Next up. The Raw Women's Championship. This won't be a quick review.
I forgot about that match. Oh man.
This will be a quick review of this match. Simple thing. Nia does a Nia thing. Asuka does an Asuka thing. Both fall to the outside. Double count out. Move on. No rating.
That sounds awful.
If I could interject, just to let everyone know, the original finish was actually supposed to be Asuka pinning Nia Jax. So let that sink.
Vince is nuts, but Vince is old. So we can't really give him shit. Man's old.
He's
interject
probably
as
trying
well?
to get his hand sanitizer fix going on.
I just want to quickly say something about Nia Jax. She absolutely sucks. Send her back to developmental.
Well, you can say everyone's saying the same about Nyla Rose. Put Nia Jax to AW. Put Nyla Rose and Nia Jax in a tag team. There you go.
Team
Not a
Nyla.
bad idea.
That'd be a fucking team. Jesus Christ.
Who the heck is Nyla Rose?
Transgender wrestler in AW.
Oh.
Former women.
Nobody likes her because everyone makes the jokes. Oh, she's a man. Like, she should be wrestling with women. It's like 2020, and you're saying that shit. Get the fuck out of here. But
Well, I mean,
next
it's
up,
fake wrestling. What does it even
it's
matter?
fake. It's scripted. Yet there's still people who bitch and moan over the smallest things.
I'd probably understand if it were like.
Which, by the way, be warned at the end of this my review, there might be something said that I need to get off my chest.
Okay, let's go on.
But I give the next match on the Backlash card is for the Universal Championship in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Now, many aren't a fan of these type of stipulations for WWE Championship. The only good one was the Royal Rumble 2018 of AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. That's the only exception to the rule, because you had 3 top wrestlers in that match. However, in this match, you had 1 former world champion, 2 former Intercontinental champions, and all 3 men were former tag team champions too. And those men were the Universal Champion Braun Strowman and The Miz and Morrison. This match was a meh match. There wasn't much in it. I spent most of my time talking to my cohorts on Discord because the match didn't really intrigue me. So I didn't really see much of the match. All I know is Morrison is the one that ate the pin. which is sad, really, because there was a little thing of The Miz pulled Morrison off of Strowman when they went for the pin. Big mistake. So maybe there will be dissension with The Miz and Morrison.
Again?
Well, Morrison has to be a single star at this point. He's done enough.
Yeah, but I mean, like, will it just end with Miz with a heel turn and then Morrison as a face?
I say it might be Morrison as a heel.
That'll be interesting.
But yeah, I didn't receive much of this match, so I gotta give it a rating of 1.5. If it didn't intrigue me, it's getting a very low rating.
What was the storyline to this all? 'Cause
I
normally
haven't a clue.
Miz's high-profile matches are like heavily storylined, or
Yeah, I hadn't a clue what this story was.
was it just like going for the championship, talking
I don't know.
about Cena's father or something?
I don't know.
Father.
Do any of you know what the story was about before I move on?
So what was that? Sorry.
The Strowman Miz Morrison match, was there actually a proper storyline behind that?
No, it was more so a filler. As far as I understand, they just kind of like went, "Oh, let's just face." I think the whole kind of story was that Morrison challenged Strowman, and the Miz was going to fight Strowman, and I think Strowman beat the Miz, and then Morrison challenged Braun Strowman to a 2-on-1 handicap match for the title. And that's kind of where it happened. To be honest with you, it was more so a filler defense, because the story is obviously that I think Braun is supposed to face the Fiend. So it's kind of more so a filler.
And obviously, as we say that, Bray Wyatt is returning to SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah, so that's obviously going to set that up. Which, to be honest with you, like, the whole match itself was a bit silly, because a couple of months prior, if you know, Strowman lost the IC title to Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke in a 3-1 handicap match. So going into the match, it was kind of a bit like, you know, you do realize that this match that Braun Strowman would, you know, could lose. So it was a bit too close. But to me personally, I thought it was a bit of a dumb move to have Strowman be in a handicap match.
It was a meh match. It was a massive meh match.
Wait,
it was a filler, so it wasn't going to be all rosy dandy like.
If Sami Zayn was stripped for the title and he won that title from a handicap match with Shinsuke and Cesaro, why aren't either Cesaro or Nakamura the IC champion?
Well, you see, the stipulation was that if whoever pinned Braun Strowman, they win the title. So Sami pinned Braun, which, I mean, to be honest with you, it was about time he won a championship. But I just think that it didn't fit him in that time period, because Shinsuke obviously was champion, you know. Whether it was going to be, okay, let's give Sami the belt and let's like have a tag team run with Shinsuke and Cesaro. But I just felt myself that giving the title to Sami was a bit like not needed, because like obviously, as I said, Shinsuke was having a good lengthy run. So the obvious choice would have been for Shinsuke to win. But then again, as I said a couple of months ago, that I think like having Braun Strowman lose the title after like winning it for a couple of days was a bit silly. Yeah, like they should have given him then again, maybe obviously in hindsight, probably why they gave dropped the belt for Braun Strowman and obviously gave Braun Strowman the Universal title, but obviously
But they didn't know that was going to happen though, because he dropped the belt in Elimination Chamber, and then it was a week before Mania, Roman dropped.
Yeah. Oh, it was, yeah.
But yeah, match was meh. The next match on the Backlash card was for the WWE Championship. And now this match was alright. It was alright. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad, it was just alright. It started off very interesting with Bobby Lashley jumping Drew McIntyre with a full Nelson, or the Lashley lock at this point. He held it on for a good while, brought McIntyre to the ground, and hooked the body scissors on while still holding the Lashley lock. So obviously Drew starting the match hurt. Bobby works him over. They both brawl to the outside, and Bobby goes to pick up Drew in a fireman's carry, but doesn't get a good grip and nearly drops McIntyre straight on top of his Scottish Dome, which was a bit, like it could have gone really fucking bad. But thankfully, being the professionals that Drew and Lashley are, both recovered it. Lashley picked up McIntyre again, chucked him into the ring post, lobbed him into the ring, and lo and behold, shockers, Lana walks out, distracts Bobby Lashley, gets bumped into by Bobby Lashley, falls on top of MVP, Bobby turns around, bang, 1, 2, 3, McIntyre retaining the WWE Championship. It was an alright match. Obviously the Lana thing set up to a segment on this Monday's Raw that led to Bobby Lashley finally asking for a divorce. Hallelujah. I said it on Backlash. I said again, I was right. They were going to get a divorce, all because Lana finally cost Bobby the WWE Championship. The rating for that match, I'm obviously for the pre-match assault that was done by Bobby, and the match itself, I'm going to give it a nice solid 2.5 stars. Do you gentlemen have anything to interject?
I don't have anything to say because I had a phone call coming in at an inappropriate time about dinner and stuff. That has nothing to do with the podcast, though. I was just out for a minute.
Just because we heard random music in the background, I thought you were playing fucking elevator music again.
No, that was my ringtone.
But I suppose we might as well move on to the main event. The match that everyone made fun of, but blew everyone's fucking expectations out of the water.
I already missed. I feel like I missed a lot.
No, you didn't really, but though there was something else planned, but for some reason it's gone out of my mind.
Yeah.
Can anyone else remember anything that happened at Backlash? Or am I missing something?
Did we talk about Miz and Morrison versus Strowman?
Yes, we did. There's something else though.
Randy Orton versus Edge.
No, that's next. But I feel like there was something before it. And can you other guys help jog my memory, or have you wiped that from your mind as well?
Oh, did the 24/7 title get defended?
No.
No.
We had a return.
Bikers.
Ninja Bikers.
I think there was like a bowling match or something.
Oh yeah, that might have been it. I think there was ninjas involved. There was like a big dude, and he was very good at bowling. There was also golf, I do believe, and something to do with Turkey.
Something to do with revenue and war revenue.
Never. Yeah, can't remember. Sure. Look, there's no bother. Tis all the matter. Tis grand. We'll move on. If it's not important, if it's important, I would remember. If it's not important, I don't remember.
Okay, here's something important. Our boy Yoshi is in the chat. Hi, Yoshi.
Where's Mario?
Hey, Yoshi.
Hello, Yoshi.
Where's Mario at?
I don't know where Mario's at.
God damn it, Yoshi. You lost a damn baby Mario again.
The stream did not just end. I'd say that the stream is... Well, what is the stream like? A third of the way through? A quarter of the way through?
About 25 minutes.
We're only like 25 minutes in, and we still got like
4.
a boatload of predictions to make.
Yeah, apologies.
Okay, let's
moving
just
on.
end the backlash.
Keep it rolling. Hold on, wait a minute. We have one more match. The match that everyone said was going to be shit, but I absolutely fucking enjoyed. And that match is the greatest wrestling match in WWE's eyes ever. Just gotta put that in there before the ever, just so people will shut the fuck up about it.
The greatest Royal Rumble.
And before the match even started, we had a nice little touch of the very, I guess you can say they're famous, the Madison Square Garden microphones hanging down from the ceiling. I guess they're famous, aren't they?
I don't know, are they? Are we talking about like the ones that Mr. Kennedy Anderson did?
No, the ones that the Howard Finkel used back when WWE did shows in New York City all the time. They had the microphones come down from the ceiling to announce the matches, and they had that for the match again with Edge and Orton. They also had referee Charles Robinson in the old style blue referee shirt with a black bow tie, which was a nice. Now, I granted, when I first saw it, I kind of had my hopes die a bit because they're going too over the fucking top with this match. But as I look back at it now, it kind of made sense for what they were going with. So, yeah, it was a good presentation to the match. It did pipe in crowd noises, which, okay, yeah, match was pre-taped, it was recorded, so
Got to pretend that we're in WrestleMania.
so we'll leave it that. Like it like felt like something we haven't heard in so long, and that was actual crowd noise, and it just felt different. But the match starts, and straight away we have both men. We've Edge and Orton countering every single move they do, because obviously these two know each other so goddamn well. They've been tag partners. They've fought for the IC title. They know each other so well. Orton doing his patented headlocks. Edge goes for the same thing, but as soon as Edge dives in for a headlock, Orton slides out of the way. Edge lands on his arse. Looks absolutely perplexed on how Orton got out of the way. Obviously, Orton is the master of the headlock. Why wouldn't he have known what Edge was going to do? We had a nice, very, very old school match, which I really enjoyed, because I do like myself a bit of an old school match. I know most people don't, because they all say it's too slow or it's too boring. But if you just sat back and watched any old school style match, you would appreciate it. But the match goes on, match keeps on. Every old school style of wrestling is played out. Then we head to the outside with Orton standing on the apron. Edge is on the middle rope. Edge does a diving clothesline to Randy Orton on the apron, with Edge landing on the ground on the outside and Orton landing back first onto the hardest part of the ring. Now that, to be fair, at least we know Edge is still willing to do these kind of spots, even with his neck. But I believe in that match, I think it was that spot where Edge had torn his triceps clean off the bone. For those of you who didn't hear that news after Backlash.
Yeah,
Edge just torn the muscle off the bone, but they're saying that he'll be back by the end of July, August.
right in time
They're
for
saying,
SummerSlam.
anyway. Exactly. And if not SummerSlam, then Survivor Series. But they go over near the announcer's table, and Orton decides to hit his patented back body drop onto the announcer's table, which, when it's being done to Edge, it's more cringe-inducing, just because you know his neck is like his neck is surgically repaired, but that still must hurt like a bitch.
Cringe-inducing.
There's no denying that.
Cringe-inducing is a good thing, because we're watching people get maimed.
Yeah, even in today's atmosphere, you'd look at that from outside WWE, like from AEW or New Japan or Ring of Honor or CCW. You just think to yourself, oh, that's nothing. You have people going through glass in this company. It's like, that's beside the point. It's the feel of the wrestling match that's going on right now. In an old school wrestling match back in the 80s, 70s, if you saw a spot like that, you'd go fucking mad for it, because it's never been done before. And it's a dangerous fucking spot to do. If you go back to Backlash back in, I believe it was 2017, Randy Orton did the same spot to one of the Singh brothers. The motherfucker did a full backflip straight onto his neck from that spot. So it could be a fucking dangerous spot if not done right, or if it's oversold. But they landed it perfectly, Edge sold it perfectly, they moved away back into the ring, and straight away we get some old school finishes. We get a rock bottom, we get a pedigree, we get... Well, that was about it, really.
They didn't hit the overdrive?
No, they got a rock bottom and a pedigree, which I didn't realize until now. They're calling back to another rivalry, another long-standing rivalry of Triple H and The Rock. That was a good long rivalry. Edge and Orton have a good long rivalry, so it only makes sense. But Then we kind of go into the very modern style of finishes with finisher, kick out, finisher, kick out, finisher, kick out. I don't like those finishes to a match. It kind of takes the oomph out of the end. Am I alone in thinking that, or do you guys agree with me on that?
Yeah, I kind of unless if it's like, how should I put this? Because I'm trying to compare it to what happens on 2K20 universe mode. Sometimes it'll hype up the guy who got the pin into winning the match, but sometimes it was episode 6. One of the women hit a finisher. The other woman kicked out and then immediately got up and hit her own finisher, and that won the match. But the point that I'm trying to make is, if it should only be kick out at one finisher and then immediately hit your own finisher to lay them
And
out
end it.
and end it.
John, Potato Boy, do you guys have an opinion on that style of finishes?
I do. I think it's a little bit overdone nowadays, but I think it should, if it's being done, it should be done like sparingly, if you get what I mean.
For championship matches or something.
Yeah, or
one of the big fours.
Yeah, or like a rival, like a very long or like a very intense rivalry, but not like every single match, which a lot of them do nowadays.
John, your opinion?
I don't have any. I don't have any. Problem with it. That's all.
Fair
I'm
enough.
saying.
Everyone has their own cup of tea. To be fair,
They should, to get my opinion straight down, everyone should at least hit one or none finishers.
like save the absolute monumental amount of kickouts. Like, okay, don't maybe do all the fucking time. Like I was gonna say, like NXT and AEW do. They do it a fucking lot. To be fair, especially a takeover Portland, you champion Adam Cole, they just kicked out a fucking shit ton, which kind of killed the ending of the match.
Yeah, I have a prime example when it was done very badly. Is, if I believe, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, it was the Adam Cole Johnny Gargano match from their tower. Was it 3 stages of hell, where I believe Adam Cole did a Panama Sunrise to was it Gargano onto the exposed floor or something, rolled him into the ring, and Gargano kicked out. Which I think was
just
a prime example.
It just gets overdone.
Yeah.
But we can't really pinpoint on who is to blame for that.
I feel
what company started it. But it definitely wasn't WWE. Actually, I'm going to defend them now. WWE did not start that shit.
Can you point to an example before SummerSlam 2010 when John Cena got hit with a wasteland on steel concrete from Wade Barrett, and then he just kicks out?
That was we can all agree that was John Cena. That was prime Cena's monumental stay at the top.
I can probably say what kind of caused this. A lot of those guys, if you know, a lot like Gargano's, Coles, and so on and so forth, have all wrestled on the indies, particularly PWG. So it's probably
the likes. But to be fair, you did have Jushin Thunder Liger did wrestle in PWG, yet he always had, if you can hit with one finish, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of kind of, I guess, because a lot of
it's come from Ring of Honor and all PWG.
It's an exciting style. Don't get me wrong; it can get the crowd hype, but when you see so much of it over the years, and particularly in NXT and stuff and other promotions, it kind of gets very tiring.
Listen, if I were a wrestler, I'd sell the shit out of even my own finishing move, as well as my opponents. I gotta put their moves over, but I also need to make. If I were to ever lose a match, and let's say that I will make my opponent go so over. The match be so awesome. I will eat their finish so hard that the crowd pops.
Yeah.
That is
Look,
if I were a wrestler.
the only reason a finisher should be kicked out of is simply if both wrestlers have been battered to shit, that as soon as one of them hits their finisher, he's panned out along with his opponent. He takes a good 5 seconds to crawl over for a pin. 1, 2, kick out. Because his opponent had time to recover.
I think a company that does the whole finisher thing, just saying quickly, really well is like New Japan.
Yes.
Yeah, because like you got what from what I understand, like just give an example, the Okada. I know a couple of people now have kicked out of the Rainmaker, but it's really rare. But even rarer is the One Winged Angel, where I think the only one that's ever kicked out of it is Ibushi. But like typically in New Japan, when a finisher is hit, it finishes the match. So, but yeah.
Isn't the Rainmaker just a ripcord clothesline?
Yeah, but it looks
it's being done by, I believe, 3 people currently. It's Okada, Jimmy Havoc, and Trent Seven does it as well, but he only incorporates in a German suplex.
Yeah, I know some people kind of hit it here and there, but yeah.
Yeah, but obviously Edge and Orton both start doing that, do like finish kick out. Just as soon as I believe Edge goes for an RKO, Orton blocks it, Edge turns around, gets caught with an RKO, and I thought it'd be the finish of the match. Orton would turn him over and pin him, but no. For the first time in God knows how many years, Orton ends the match with a punt kick to Edge. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, I'm going to straight away say it. That match for me got 4 stars out of 5. It was pure old school wrestling, and I've loved every fucking bit of it.
Tell the kids that Uncle Randy said hi.
Can I just say something too? I actually had to mention this, but I found it funny. But apparently there was a poll up there on the YouTube community channel for WWE, and the question was Edge and Orton's match the greatest match ever? And I believe 70% said no.
Yeah, you could probably guess 70% of that probably fucking jerk off to fucking AEW's many finish kickouts and all that shit.
No, I think it was just the fact that it wasn't the greatest match ever. Yeah, it was a great match, but
it was a good match. But like, if it didn't have the greatest timeline, for a fact, no. If it said, "Did you enjoy Edge or Orton?" Chances are yes would be the majority answer.
Just sort of say quickly, I know you kind of said at the beginning, but I think everyone will agree that WWE did them no favors by decreeing it the greatest match ever, because you're just putting like a big massive expectation on it that some people will believe that they're saying it is the greatest match and it has to be, and then when they get let down.
What I've seen, they basically did something smart when they said it's the greatest wrestling match ever. Because simple, even if people are taking the piss out of it, what are they doing for the match?
I disagree with that, because like you're creating this you're creating this hype around it that like most people know, a good few people know won't live up to the expectation. So when
it got people talking though, it's like, this would be true, but like, as soon as they watch the match,
either way, it still get people talking because it's Orton and Edge facing off. But it didn't help with calling it the greatest match ever, because it was never going to live up to that.
I have nothing to say except the greatest Royal Rumble ever. You can't just call it not the greatest Royal Rumble ever, because it is literally the greatest Royal Rumble ever with 50 people in it. But I can't really come up with the same defense for the greatest match ever. I think there's like a case where you can call yourself the world's strongest man because of
Mark Henry and Ken Patera.
Yeah, but I was like saying legally you can call yourself the world's strongest man because strength cannot be determined as easily. Like you could get the world's strongest weightlifter, but what about like a martial artist? They would
strong. Like you could have someone in the world who's the world's strongest punch, or the world's strongest kick, or the world's strongest throw.
Yeah, and I guess the whole world's greatest was it World's Greatest Match? World's Greatest Wrestling Match? Like, how would you define what they
The
mean
greatest
by
wrestling match ever, they called it.
the greatest wrestling match ever? How would you define it as the greatest wrestling match ever?
And then, like, you add in, like, there's, like, a load of different styles of wrestling. You have the old school wrestling, you have the modern day wrestling, and then you've over the top, the cinematic matches. Like, you have 3 categories now. You've old school, you've modern, and you've cinematic. Which, by the way,
That match.
besides the Boneyard match, if that was just a one and done cinematic match in WWE, then I wouldn't have minded it. I wouldn't have cared. But seeing as you had the Money in the Bank cinematic match, and then you had a certain kerfuffle before the main event of Backlash that I'm not going to mention because it was fucking stupid. But like, besides the Boneyard match and hell, even all the Matt Hardy stuff, I'm not a huge fan of cinematic matches. Like, even though WWE is sports entertainment, not a full-on wrestling company, it's sports entertainment. You think, okay, a cinematic match suits there? Not really my thing, but I guess I understand some people like it, so I won't shit on them for it. I understand a lot of people like the modern day wrestling, which have dives and flips and finisher after finisher. I get people like that. I understand that. I understand that there are people that shit on modern wrestling. I'm not denying that. I will say I shit on certain aspects of modern wrestling. That includes too many flips in a match, like a certain tag team in AEW do. I think we all know what I'm talking about there.
Lucha House Party.
Nowadays, there's too many flips. There's the super kick has been overdone. Like, finishers don't really have much meaning anymore because they're always just getting kicked out of anyway. And yeah, WWE have a fucking fetish for that as well. There's no denying that. Like, take a look at NXT's Gargano Ciampa. Gargano Ciampa. We'll take them as well because they did do the same thing. And you Cole and Ciampa and Cole and Gargano. They did a lot of kickouts and a lot of finishers and a lot of dives. And then you look at the old school style of wrestling. Like, no flips. Like, on occasion you'd see a super kick, you'd go mad for it because holy shit, he just kicked him dead on into the face. Like, not a big boot, but an actual... Sorry, I guess you call it a savate kick, because that's what it used to be. Or a thrust kick. But, like, you go back and you see, like, you watch all these old matches, and nowadays, modern wrestling fans will look back at that and think, this is boring. Like, there's no... Where are all the flips? Where's this, that, and the other thing? But if you listen to the crowd in, like, old matches, even though there wasn't a lot going on, if you had the right story and you had the right wrestlers in it, the crowd would go fucking mad when the babyface starts heating up again, or the heel is beating down the babyface. Either the crowd is going mental cheering that the babyface is beating up the heel, or they're booing the shit and wanting the heel's head because they hate him that much. That aspect in WWE and in wrestling in general is gone. Because the one big thing that died a long time ago, and that simple thing is kayfabe. That died years ago. It's never coming back. It ain't going to be able to come back. It's dead and it's gone. Granted, Vince McMahon is the one that originally killed it, but as soon as all these modern companies start coming along, then kayfabe just, like dust in the wind, just blew away.
Yeah, it's like you can't tell stories because people won't believe it. Yeah,
you can't even do injury angles anymore. Like, if I dropped one of you guys on your head from a pile driver, like, you'd sell as if your neck got broken, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I'd be shoot dead.
Yeah, if you do that nowadays, people don't buy it because, again, TJ, I know you're a fan of death matches, but I'm going to shit on them here, so I apologize.
I understand.
But like, death matches have ECW took it away. Death
Hey.
matches took it away. You can't see someone get put through a table now. You can't see someone get clattered with a chair anymore. You can't see someone get hit with a hammer anymore. Not a sledgehammer, but like an actual hammer. Or get their knee broken, or get a cut above the eye to simulate that they're being gouged with a knife or something like that, or a poker like they did back in the 70s and 80s with Dusty Rhodes and the Four Horsemen. They broke his arm. Dusty sold the arm, wore a cast, a sling and everything to sell it, even though the arm wasn't actually broken. That aspect of wrestling is gone, and it sucks. I'll admit it sucks. Granted, I didn't grow up around the 70s or 80s, but goddamn it, looking back at it now, it looked like the most amazing shit you'd ever see in your life. Because it was real to people back then. Heels would get fucking nearly stabbed, there'd be riots, there'd be all that stuff. That's gone. Mainly because people are fucking scared shitless now to get into a wrestler's face because they'll know they'll get fucking decked. You'd see old people get into the faces of fucking Bruiser Brody. You'd see people get into the faces of the Iron Sheik. Hell, fucking Jim Cornette's beating the shit out of people with a fucking racket because they've all gotten in his face. That aspect of wrestling is gone. And the only people I can blame are modern wrestling fans. Like,
Fucking smarks, man.
I'm 21 years of age. I still watch WWE. I'm not a child-minded person. I watch WWE as an escape. Because that's the only thing I knew. Because that's the only thing I grew up watching. I use that as an escape. Is WWE stupid some of the times? Yes. Do I care? No. Do I go onto the internet and complain? No. Do I go onto the internet and wish for Vince McMahon's death? No. Do I wish for people to be fired? No. Why? Because I'm not an asshole. Simple as that. I wouldn't wish for anyone's death. I wouldn't wish for anyone to lose their job, no matter how shit they are. Everyone knows you're not perfect ever. No one bats 100, or no one bats 1,000, whatever that fucking saying is. Simple as. Wrestling can't be wrestling anymore. It can't be mainstream. It can't be like how it was in the 90s with WWF and WCW, because fans have killed it. Simple as that. People who think they know everything, people who think they know the inside of wrestling just because they read off of newsletters like fucking Dave Meltzer or goddamn Brian Alvarez, that fucking shitweasel that fucking is a wannabe wrestler. They think they know everything. Yet when plans change, they fucking come off as innocent. Like, oh, we didn't bullshit this at all.
Right.
So the way I see it, wrestling is dead because of fucking stupid, smart fucking scumbags that call themselves fans.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say on that.
I'm going to have to
I've
give
said what I need.
a big
I've
round
said
of
what I need to
applause
fucking say.
for Rice there. I've heard those kinds of things said, and out of all places, you're probably not going to like it. 4chan, the ASB board, is not a big fan of the whole like.
Fuck 4chan and by the way, fuck JD from New York, that fat fucking mother basement living prick. Whose ass I could probably fucking kick, and I'm 6 foot and 125 pounds. I can still kick his fucking ass. Fucking scumbag.
Okay. That was a great speech. I could not have said it better myself. Mostly because I would have made it like a laughingstock. Oh, please don't tell me I'm alone. Have I been left behind?
No, I need to cool down a bit.
Okay. We'll be right here if you need us.
Damn,
lads, I'll leave you to your predictions while I just cool off a bit.
No, brother.
Wow.
Damn.
15 minutes of Ricey talking about Backlash.
That
a true speech. I'm not kidding, but the ASP board on 4chan would probably agree with Rice.
I agree. I agree with a little bit. Some of what he said.
Though then again, the ASP board on 4chan wants to have fun with wrestling. They'll make fun of anything.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I said this yet, but fuck Orange Cassidy, that fucking comedic fucking vacuum of shit.
was about to make a joke about what.
My opinion on Orange Cassidy. No way is he a main eventer. He's like a comedy wrestler.
Yeah.
Like
like
a low,
I don't. Yeah. No, go on.
like a joke wrestler going out to face
Yeah.
children, hornswoggle women.
No, I guess we're kind of going off script. Going off things a little bit. But
We
I'll
never
just
had a
say
script. We never had a script.
Oh yeah, you get what I mean. But I'll just say my little bit about Orange Cassidy as well. Although I really enjoy Orange Cassidy, but it's not that. It's just because he's like entire gimmick. It's just stupid. I just think it's stupid yet brilliantly. What's it funny? Do I think he should hold the world title? Hell no. I just really think what they're doing with him though is like really good. And that he. A lot of time he just messes around, but I know John will agree with me on this, but when he gets serious, it's absolutely brilliant. So I just think, just keep doing what they're doing, and I think they're doing really well with him, if that makes sense. So
Okay, should we move on to predictions? What show are we doing predictions for? Main event or?
We'll do Summer Soul Stars Super Show first.
The Summer Soul Stars Super Show, brought to you by the Summer Solstice, coming this Friday, June 19th, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Stay tuned. To be continued.
Okay, let's start out with what I'm just going to call the pre-show, what is essentially going to be a match that... Actually, no, we're starting off with the Famine Championship. What other match would I have started off with other than the Famine Championship? I'm
just going to interrupt you there, gentlemen, for a minute. I'm going to bow out as I will leave you to your predictions for main event and the SSSS. I'm not going to try to say all the fucking S's.
There's 5 S's.
There's SSSSS predictions. There you go.
You friggin' got a picture of Dave Meltzer in a friggin' Satan circle pentagram. There's 5 S's.
Fitting.
5 stars.
Hope to get 100%.
100% on the Meltzer meter.
I'll leave you guys to it. Thanks again for having me on the podcast, and thank you for letting me get that rant off my chest.
No problem.
That was
amazing.
Beautiful.
I hope we don't get canceled because of that. How are we going to be canceled because of that? No one watches our stuff to begin with. We watch our stuff. We're our biggest marks.
We are what we hate. We are just marks.
We are the biggest marks for ourselves.
As Brandy said, in New Japan, when Cody made his entrance in his first ever Wrestle Kingdom, we're all a bunch of marks. Literally. Just what she said.
Okay, the Famine Championship match at Summer Soul Stars Super Show, as Chad goes up against Ronald McDonald in the classic barbed wire death match.
Okay. Why is Ronald McDonald getting a title match?
Because he won friggin' the jumping on the bed match. He may have lost at Super Duper Slam, but hey, everyone gets a chance at the Famine Championship. Even Ronald.
McDonald should be blacklisted.
No, Ronald McDonald is the biggest heel in Monkey Wrestling.
Yes. I mean, he's the biggest heel.
He hasn't been seen on TV, world. But
he's the biggest heel only because he had the audacity of winning the jumping on the bed, and it just so happened the person he eliminated was Headless Horseman.
Headless Horseman is so over.
Of course he is.
But Ronald McDonald.
He's so over, and he doesn't even know it.
I'm gonna go and say Chad.
Chad. Screw Ronald McDonald.
I hope Chad absolutely murders him.
Yes. I hope it's a critic in like 10 seconds.
I hope he gets run over by a bus.
I think there was only one critical in 10 seconds in Monkey Wrestling history, and I think it was Rocky Balboa knocking Cheeto Man's lights out for the Chad Team titles over like a year ago.
Another ass.
Another ass, but for a different reason.
Yes.
He has X-Pac.
Yeah, he's a heel, but he's not quite that,
Ronald
As you said,
McDonald.
thanks, Rocky.
Ronald McDonald has heel heat, but Rocky Balboa has X-Pac heat. Because I shoot hate Rocky Balboa's fucking submission punches, win him
Yeah.
the Chad team titles every time. So I'm expecting this to be 100% on the Meltzer meter, going on for over an hour. Of course, we have to have a referee of choice. That's going to be Super Mario. Oh, that's where Mario is. He's refereeing Chad versus Ronald McDonald.
Please, if I could talk to Mario, could you please, for the
Fast
sake
count.
of all, could you
Set-
fast count and make Chad win?
Send in the Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
Oh God, no.
Next match, possibly. Honestly, I was going to have Despacito versus Tarantino in a landmine death match to sort of be a pre-show kickoff thing, but I can't just do the Famine Championship dirty like that and not have it be the first match of the night.
Yeah.
So
it
it's
would be so disrespectful for Chad, but Ronald McDonald, oh heck no.
Okay, we got Barbara versus Alexa Bliss building up the women's division. What do you guys think here? Oh yeah, that's right. You're plugged in.
Oh, Alexa versus Barbara. That's a little bit of a tough one.
It is.
I'm
Both are over.
a big fan of Alexa and Barbara. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I'll go Barbara. If you've heard me, I don't know.
I heard Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara.
I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss on this one. She made it far in the Respect Women's tournament, and she did like other things.
I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss. Hence, don't get me wrong, Barbara, who has been there for since day one, she's definitely the OG. But I think the new breed is here to take over. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so Potato Boy, what do you think about this next match as your boys take on the Legion of Jobbers?
I have to go. I also have to go with me and my boy Toucan Birdman. But I will say this: don't be surprised if somehow the Legion of Jobbers win or something. It won't surprise me because the game might, the game is funny like that.
The game might actually give them a win when they shouldn't win. I'm gonna go with the boys on this one.
Johnny?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the boys too because it's the Legion of Jobbers. They're just the Legion of Jobbers. They're not gonna win.
Okay, here's the match we've been waiting for months.
This is probably the most controversial match in Monkey Wrestling. And
K. Malik Shabazz Austin versus Deborah. Austin is now identifying as a woman just to be in a steel cage with Deborah. Austin's gonna win.
Does that mean the K. Malik Shabazz Austin's gonna be in the women's division?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh no.
I'm gonna win that title. What?
I'm gonna beat that horse. What?
I'm gonna beat that Ron McDonald. What?
What do you mean I can't?
What?
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 You see the thing is, when I get into that ring in the steel cage, I'm gonna beat Deborah's ass. What? Because I'm K. Malik Shabazz Austin. What? I don't go by my slave name. What?
When I go one-on-one or at sacrifice. What?
What? I can't wait for the next feud of Deborah versus the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, no.
No.
Yes.
No.
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 Yes.
No. 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 No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I am not going to watch a video for 20 minutes and seeing two people just go, hey, I'm going to hit you. Yeah, just
No,
looking
no.
at each other. No.
Feud of the
Save our-
century.
No.
Yes.
That and Ronald McDonald are the two things that cross the line.
Why? I thought it was only just a fluke that happened.
No. It happened. They've what? Faced twice. I've only seen them face twice. And in those two matches, they literally look at each other and go, "What do we do now? Do we fight?" No, I'm not going to look at that match. Please.
Did we all say Austin for the steel cage match?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got Austin.
Sorry, Deborah. We gotta go with Austin.
So yeah, Deborah versus Statue of Liberty. Worst feud of the year or best feud of the year?
Worst. Period.
Best work
No.
shoot
It's a-
ever.
It's a shoot, brother.
It's gonna shoot you into. It's gonna work you into a shoot and shoot
Oh,
you into a hole.
Oh God, it's. I wouldn't be surprised if Dave Meltzer gave that 100.
Oh my goodness.
No, stop.
We send the footage to Dave Meltzer and we say, hey, you gave this 100% on the Meltzer meter. What do you have to say about this? And then he watched it and he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck did I just get sent?
What is this shit?
Something's changed. Things don't go out as a plan.
What about a change? Thanks.
Fortune 4. Dave Meltzer joins Fortune.
He joins the Bullet Club along with
The Legion
Yoshi
of Trudge.
And
Oh, please
what you
tell me
call it?
that Dave Meltzer is available as a wrestler.
Oh,
He
my-
is.
I'd be
He is on the
surprised if
lookout.
he wasn't.
He is.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
are we gonna see Dave Meltzer make an appearance in Monkey Wrestling? Find
Is,
out.
is Dave Meltzer gonna join the Legion of Trudge?
Oh no, no. Please.
Is Dave Meltzer gonna like put on a 6-star match just to give himself 6 stars?
Oh, yes, Dave Meltzer. Papa Melts in all his glory. Yes. Oh, wait, is he a ref? Yeah.
Who
Oh,
knows?
it'd be
Could-
good. It'd be good if he were a
could-
ref.
Could Dave Meltzer make his unexpected debut at Summer Soul Stars
Super show.
Super Show?
We'll find out. Next match is Tifa versus She-Hulk. As we all know, She-Hulk was in the finals for the Respect Women's Champion, but she also beat the #1 contender, Swan Princess last week. And Tifa, or wait, was it the other way around? No, She-Hulk definitely beat Swan Princess. And Tifa also beat Special Week last week. This is sort of like a #1 contendership match for the Respect Women's Championship. Who do you think is gonna win?
It's a tough
Ooh.
one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with She-Hulk because from the last time I've seen her, she's been pretty dominant. So and again, she has, came into the finals of the Respect Women Championship tournament. So with that, I'm gonna go with She-Hulk.
I'm gonna go just to change it up. Go different. I'm gonna go with Tifa.
I'm going to predict that someone is going to interfere in this match, and they are going to attack Tifa, and She-Hulk wins. Tifa has
Wait.
backstage heat.
Probably the female default skin.
The black
Again.
female default skin. Deborah versus Tifa.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. No, don't you me,
No,
boy.
I got a hangnail.
Ah.
Hangnail.
Ow.
It's 1 minute. Will I move on with the next one?
Yeah, move
I
on
have
with
it here.
the next.
So we got Fortune Moore. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Fortune Moore versus Nuke Inc.
Yeah, the
Nope.
team of
Can you please explain to me who they are? Cause this is my first time
Hentai
seeing it.
Woody, Kool-Aid Man, Childish Dabino, and Big Sexy Midget Kevin Nash, the tag
Oh,
team
yes.
champions,
Yes.
taking on Timmy, Tom Nook, and Isabel.
One half of Doom Crossing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fortune Moore.
I'm gonna go with
Because-
Fortune Moore. They about to change some things
Fortune Moore.
in the Chad Team Championship business.
This is the last chance in a way for the Chad team titles. No offense to Nook Inc.
The reason why I'm gonna go with Fortune Moore is for one simple reason: big sexy midget Kevin Nash.
Just yes,
I'm ending my. I ended there.
yes. I'm saying big sexy bitches.
Okay. We all picked Fortune Moore.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next match. Another women's match as Amber Guesa Hamburgers takes on Fudge Clank
Oh God.
in a match.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is tough.
I'm going hamburger because Fudge Clank's a jobber.
I'm going Fudge Clank because she's fat and she's gonna eat
I mean,
the hamburger.
they're both fat.
Okay, Scott Steiner.
They're fat.
They're fat. Vote double count out.
You know what? I'm gonna go with a double count out because I don't know. I'm gonna go with a double count out.
Fudge Clank will be attacked by a ghost.
Oh, did you?
Did you
I'm
watch?
guessing you saw the universe?
I didn't see it for I was like halfway through the Mike Bolton match, I think.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't finish it, but yeah, it's
Wait.
fine.
Okay, I wanted to say this because I didn't know you watched it, but do you think it was Hamburger that attacked Fudge Clank?
I just think it was God just sick of Fudge Clank being a jobber.
But God is
God
the character.
God is the character, so it wouldn't be him. Who knows? I do know it's.
I'm
it's
telling
not
you,
God,
it was Kristen Kenty using her DND cloak of
invincibility.
invisibility.
Yeah, that's why she got. I know.
Is DND the stable that we never wanted? We always wanted.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, let's move on. We'll go to the other ones.
The next match, Ribby versus the Virgin.
I'm gonna go with Ribby because Verge is a jobber.
So's Ribby.
But this is I think Ribby's debut, right? Or
No,
Ribby faced Chad. Wait. That reminds me. Isn't Chad tied for the longest reigning Famine Championship title holder?
Yeah.
So why are you guys complaining that he's facing it off against Ronald McDonald? He should face off against someone serious like Ronald McDonald. And he should face someone who will push Chad to the moon, push the Famine Championship to the moon.
No, that's not Ronald McDonald. The only thing that Ronald McDonald is good at pushing all the goddamn McDonald's food down his fat throat.
No, Ronald McDonald is a heel. The biggest heel.
Yeah.
Not even the boys can be as much of a heel as Ronald McDonald was by himself.
And I absolutely agree, but I think I just don't like Ronald McDonald. Just the fact that
Go on.
No, it's just, do you see what Ronald McDonald would be doing? He built this massive empire, okay, and then he gets a whole load of workers who get work all around the world. They get crappy pay, and then what does Ronald McDonald do? He gets all their salary.
The headless horseman out of the ring at jumping on the bed.
Not just that, which will obviously go back to, but I saw it go back over to WWE Universe mode. But Ronald McDonald, he gets all the worker's salary, puts it all into goddamn Greg Hamilton's pocket just for him to say his name completely correct. So that's what I don't like Ron McDonald. He's a scum.
Ronald McDonald isn't talented though. Everyone hates him because he lacks talent. That's why he's useless. He shouldn't be in the ring. Simple as that. He's completely, absolute terrible at wrestling.
So Virgin or Chad? I mean, Virgin or Ribby?
To be honest, you know what? To be honest with you, it should be Virgin that should be getting Ronald McDonald's spot, not Ronald McDonald, obviously. But no, I'm gonna go with Ribby because it's Ribby.
I'm gonna go with Virgin. He's been in Monkey Wrestling for so long, but he's always been losing. And I think this is the time for him to build up that end that losing streak. Okay, so and then we go on to
Legion of Trudge and the
no, let's talk about Despacito versus Tarantino in a landmine death match. I think I'll go with Despacito on this one.
I'm not supporting.
Well, apparently, if you might know, but Quentin Tarantino has been in hot water for the. Apparently, he said the N word. So for that, I'm gonna go for Desperado, cause F Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, and now we got the Legion of Trudge featuring John the Headless Horseman and Kenny Omega facing off against Kong World Order. Speaking of the Legion of Trudge, where is the Trudge Bank in all of this?
Who knows?
Who knows indeed. Maybe we'll find out at the Summer Soul Star Super Show. Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
Cough, cough.
Nudge, wink, nudge. Fortune 4.
Fortune 4.
Oh, change tanks.
Kong World Order. God, slightly tough
for the title.
Yeah.
It's slightly tough because Kong World Order has Lanky Kong, who seems to be like a good wrestler on his own.
I think this is my my prediction. I think Kong World Order.
By the way, I'm here. Just let you know.
Yeah, I was about to say. No offense, Johnny. I think Kong World Order will win. It wouldn't surprise me if Johnny is unfortunately the one to eat the pin or the submission, because for whatever reason the Fire Pro gods are cruel to Johnny, which isn't fair.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm going to guess that the Legion of Trudge wins because John hits the Rings of Saturn on probably Funky Kong.
You can't forget though, Lanky Kong though is very good with them submissions himself, so he can counter. He's the counter to Johnny's submissions and his drop toe holds.
Remember when Big Bird was supposed to be a submission specialist and then he fell off the face of the earth with Godzilla?
Because Ronald McDonald didn't follow him.
This is quickly saying Big Bird and Godzilla is like the reverse Guybrush Threepwood and Connor from Cyberlife.
I'm pretty sure what you meant to say is the Fire Pro version of John Cena versus Randy Orton.
No, it's like the reverse of what I mean is that because we actually want to see Connor versus Guybrush Threepwood, but we don't want to see another Godzilla versus Big Bird match.
Oh, you son of a biscuit! You're telling me that those matches were awful? Those matches were hype as heck. I'm
making a joke is that we've seen it too many times, but we never got to see properly Guybrush versus Connor.
Cough, cough, you can't hide from the Viet Cong. Cough, cough.
I know, but still.
For some reason, I thought you would talk about Connor the Crusher.
No.
Connor from the Ascension.
Oh. Where's that?
But yeah.
Obviously, I can't predict because I'm in the match, so I think it would be unfair if I was to pick.
Okay. Next match is Swan Princess versus Special Week for the Respect Women. I
Oh.
should also mention Chad versus Ron McDonald for the Family Championship. The Boys versus the Legion of Jobbers for the Siamese Cage Championship. Fortune Moore versus Nook Gang for the Chat Team Championships. Legion of Trudge versus Kong World Order for the Schoolyard Championships. And now we're at Swan Princess versus Special Week for the Respect Women's Championship. Special Week sort of being that face that the women's division that the women division needs, and Swan Princess being that the antagonist that builds up the feud. What do you two think about this?
I think this is a really, really good feud. I think it's really, really tough to call, and I think this could be a 100% match. I really think this could be a really, really good match. I really do find this decision hard to make, but with literally the slight of the margin, I'm gonna go with Special Week.
Yeah, for Johnny kind of, well, just describing everything, I pretty much took the words out of my mouth. Again, yeah, this is really tough to call. Obviously, I have some interest in this match, given that, of course, Swan Princess is my girl, and I made my debut teaming alongside her against King and Frank for Siamese Cage Championship. God, this is really tough, given it. I mentioned that, of course, especially with walking this is a double champion, given she did win my world tag titles a few days ago. But I have to go. It's tough. I'm going to go with Swan Princess.
Speaking of which, a Special Week in Rainbow Dash beat those quote-unquote undefeatable tag team champs of yours.
Not undefeatable, just really tough. But they got one of them. The guy I did mention that would murder them. He actually did pretty much murder them because he was just
and yet they
grabbing them.
And yet they still jobbed.
Not job, narrowly defeated. They have a rematch coming up at the anniversary show.
They'll lose again.
There was some outside interference, though.
How is there outside interference in a cage? Oh, you don't have it in a cage.
Yeah, it's regular. I like to use cage matches sparingly. Zebra.
I'm going to stay with Special Week on this one. Special Week is my girl, and most of all, she is the face of the women's division. She can't lose her first title defense. She's also been looking good the past couple of weeks. Meanwhile, Swan Princess, well, at the beginning, it sort of was back and forth between her and Swan Princess, between Special Week and Swan Princess. But Swan Princess just sort of like died down in the past couple of weeks. I think Special Week's gonna get this one.
Fair.
And now, and here's the main event we've all been waiting for: Scott Howler, the Big Diaper Boy, Edward Hogan, James Sierra, eliminations 3-way for the Monkey Wrestling Rebirth Championship. Who do you think will come away with the title in this one?
Oh, this like I have a feeling I know who's actually going to win as the Big Diaper Boy, for the sole fact that he's really tough, but he spends most of the time just standing there out of breath, which somehow works to his advantage. James Sierra is more than likely going to be the first one eliminated. No offense to him, obviously I'm in a stable with him, but I mean it's happened. He's been eliminated a lot first. Scott, I don't know. It comes down to really just for me, Scott and the Big Diaper Boy. The Big Diaper Boy does have the edge of that. He seems to be more resilient in some ways than Scott, but Scott does have the edge of the critical with the Netflix and chill. So it's really tough. Okay. I'm gonna stick with the ace of Monkey Wrestling Reaper. I'm going with Scott. He'll get a critical
on James Sierra, and then job to the Big Diaper Boy.
So you're going Big Diaper Boy.
I'm going with James Sierra on this one.
I'd like to say him as well, but it's just given how recent things have gone, you know.
I'm gonna go completely different. I'm gonna say that the first elimination will be the Big Diaper Boy, and I'm going to predict that we will have a new world champion in James Sierra.
Okay.
I think I think now would be a good time for Scott to drop the belt, and I think it would be a good time for James Sierra to kind of have a great run with the belt.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that Scott doesn't need to, don't deserve to be world champion anymore. He has been a phenomenal champion. I suppose one of the best world champions in recent time. But I think it's time now for Scott to kind of drop the belt and give it to
Yeah.
James Sierra and let James, because I like to see James Sierra be portrayed as more of like a heel leader figure, like, AJ Styles, kind of a
Yeah.
more, do you want to be more so like Jay White, except that obviously Jay White got a less, a small lengthy reign. But I would like that for him to happen. I think the whole leadership of James Sierra and obviously the boys lead, it just would be very super for him, and to have a nice lengthy title run. So yeah, I'm gonna go with James Sierra.
Yeah. It's just just I guess just again saying like my logic is that James is in there with probably the two most resilient guys on the roster in Scott and Big Diaper Boy.
Let's not forget that the Big Diaper Boy did lose his last two pay-per-view matches. Not pay-per-view matches, but you know what I mean. He lost that
yeah,
super duper slam to James Sierra, and he ate the pin at Blue No Mania
I
against
don't
Kong
know
World Order.
was that him? I could have sworn. No, I'm pretty sure that was James.
No, that was the Big Diaper Boy.
Oh, was it? Okay, I could have
Yes, it
sworn
was.
that. Okay,
That's the whole
Oh,
storyline
yeah.
of them breaking up and why this feud is
Yeah.
sort of beginning in the first place.
But at the same, yeah, there is that. But at the same time, just how long if James Sierra put down Edward Hogan, sorry, the Big Diaper Boy, back at Super Duper Slam.
I actually would like, because you were saying they broke up and they're gone their separate ways. Obviously Scott would, if whoever wins, obviously Scott definitely will be getting his rematch. But I would really like to see James Sierra versus Big Diaper Boy for the world title in their own feud. That just would be fantastic, because the seeds have been set, and then obviously the little their first match, there would just be, it's literally there
Yeah.
on a paper, so it just would be fantastic.
The story is there. What I'm about to say is going to be controversial. Maybe.
Taking a page out of rice now, are we?
Yeah.
Or boiled rice, I should say.
I'm a student of the rice. My opinion is that James Sierra and the Big Diaper Boy is the male version of Deborah and the Statue of Liberty.
Really?
I wouldn't think so.
I'm being harsh. I don't like the Big Diaper Boy.
I thought you liked I thought you put the Big Diaper Boy in your top 10 wrestlers of 2019.
I did. I'm being a heel.
Yet you shit on Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, it's because Ronald.
Well, I mean, that's because Ron McDonald.
I like being a good bad guy, but Ronald McDonald is the scum of the earth.
Heck, even MGF hates Ron McDonald, and we all know how good MGF is as a heel.
Okay, as much as I want Scott to win, he's probably going to lose. And it's probably going to be James Sierra's time to shine. His time is up. James Sierra's time is now. You may not see him. He's 5'1".
And he's what? What was his age today? Was it 7?
What was 16, 11?
Yeah, I saw his age. He was born in 2007, so yeah, he'd be around that anyways.
I want to go back and actually fix my point. It isn't fair. It's like Deborah versus Statue of Liberty, but actually done a bit better, because whereas Deborah at the Statue of Liberty was pretty much all they did, from what I remember, is just slap each other. this one had a lot of more substance to it, but a lot of it was just the equivalent of the slap was just Edward Hogan standing there out of breath the whole time.
Like, to be honest with you, again, I'm not trying to say this controversial or anything, but my opinion, I don't think Diaper Boy is World Championship material. And I
Okay.
don't think.
Well, I mean, he did
No.
go through like 7 other men to get to this
He-
spot.
Well, I mean,
He
absolutely,
said
yeah.
that,
But I know. I just don't think that he is World Championship material. He could win the world title and have a great reign, and I could be wrong. But as of right now, I don't think he's great. He's not a championship material.
So should we
I-
move on to main event? You can stay and talk about main event. It's not like
Yeah. Oh.
you said you saw the last Mike Bolton match, right?
No, I was like halfway through it, but I don't mind if you spoil it. It's fine.
Okay, Mike Bolton loses.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he doesn't. He won.
No, he definitely lost.
No, he beat Freight Train.
Uh,
Remember?
no, Freight Train hit that bicycle kick feint clothesline and got the win.
I don't think so. No. No, I'm fully sure Mike Bolton won.
Okay, enough with us trying to fool with good old Potato Boy. He doesn't deserve that.
Yeah. No, as far as I know, Mike Bolton won. But
I'm pretty sure Mike Bolton lost.
I'm gonna check myself because I don't know.
Of course.
but anyways, the first match, anyways, of the show is going to be Mike Bolton
versus Ricky Stone.
Ricky Stone. This is a really good match.
Yeah,
Isn't it a rematch for Money in the Bank?
Yeah, no. The Money in the Bank was Bubba Wallace versus
Bubba
Ricky
Wallace
Stone.
and Ricky Stone.
Mike Bolton
Okay.
faced
I could've
Nick
sworn this-
Nasty, who is
I could've
also booked in this match, facing
Yes.
off against Cannonball Fury.
I could have sworn that these two faced off before.
They
am I
did.
wrong?
They did.
I just saw to say, yeah, Mike Bolton did win.
Okay, I was just messing with you.
I know.
I know. I just wanted to check because I didn't know. So.
Yeah, no. He he won in his home country.
In his home
Which
country.
Which I'm banned from.
Yeah, you're banned from.
Hey, if you ask, the British deserved it, okay?
Hey, we were just
We're not gonna
impartial
talk politics.
commentators
We're-
at the time.
Yeah,
Potato
we're just doing our job, man. Okay.
Imagine if main event was in England.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I'll be just there with a fake mustache.
Oh, you'll be doing the whole Bobby Heenan skit in the very first episode
Yes.
of Monday Night Raw, just trying to get into the building wearing all these fake costumes.
Fun fact: in 2085, I'm wanted in 25 countries for war crimes.
Of course, you had to throw potatoes over the border.
Hey, I also
Blighted
did some-
potatoes.
yeah, some of them may or may not have hit some orphanages, but yeah,
You don't just go throwing blighted potatoes at people.
they looked at me funny. Okay, they had
Okay.
it coming.
Okay, let's get back to Mike Bolton versus Ricky Stone.
Politics aside.
I'd say this
Um,
would have to be potentially match of the night.
Yeah,
Looking at the
It's
card.
to be honest with you, it's a really hot opener. It's a really good opener.
I mean,
um,
any match you have with Mike Bolton, besides like Mike Bolton versus Chad,
It's Mike Bolton.
it's Mike Bolton.
Enough said.
like this, like you got probably two definitely rising stars in WWE.
In 2085.
Yeah, right now, I think I would say it's a little bit of a tough one because both men do like obviously Mike Bolton overall has a worse record, I believe, than
Ricky Stone.
Ricky
yeah.
Stone has
That's kind of
beaten
the way-
Mike Bolton before, and he's also
Yeah.
beaten Bubba Wallace, who is still on his hot dog eating tour.
Yeah.
is Ricky Stone, has he lost the match?
I-
He
Yeah,
lost,
he did lose a match.
He lost to Chad this week.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. He loses
Spoiler
to
alert.
Chad, but
That's fine.
it was actually a good match, if I recall.
Yeah. He started off very well because he ran and he literally like kicked him straight, and then Chad just like moved his head and went like,
Yeah.
"How dare you?"
the Yeah, but I think though that overall it's the worst record. But going into this, I believe Mike Bolton's on a 2-3 match win streak now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
starting to think
two
that
match win
Mike
streak.
Bolton is uh, getting his feet back together, getting
Yeah,
I hope he wins. I want him to
yeah.
win, and I'm going
Yeah.
for Mike Bolton to win this match.
Yeah. Ricky Stone, correct me if I'm wrong, but this loss to Chad is his first loss in a while. Yes, no?
I'd
Well,
say,
I think so. I don't know
yeah.
if he
Yeah.
lost. I didn't obviously. I
So,
forget the first and
Mike Bolton
episode,
is
so
going
that-
in with a lot more momentum off,
Yeah.
he's
Well, Mike Bolton
string
has
of
been in pretty much on all the shows so
Yeah.
far.
As
He
well,
still
Ricky
loses, but he
Stone-
still keeps coming back, looking
Yeah,
better than ever.
Ricky Stone might be going in less momentum because he lost to Chad, but from what you tell me, he actually took it to Chad, whereas other people were not so fortunate.
Hey!
But
Flash Morgan Webster took it to Chad to the limit.
you get what I mean, though. You get what I mean.
It wasn't like Flash Morgan Webster versus Chad. Ricky Stone was obviously better than Lance Vega versus Chad.
Yeah.
Was there a
but-
lunatic versus Chad?
Who knows?
Well, it was a lunatic versus Trudge Bank, and we all know how that went.
I apologize for, I guess, kind of dragging out, but yeah, I'm going to have to go with my boy Mike Bolton.
What about
Again,
you, John? You going with
To be honest with you, again, not to ramble on too much. Again, my whole, I suppose, you could say prediction-wise, is going to be I have to go basically with Ricky Stone. Why is because Ricky Stone has had more wins than Mike Bolton. I do think these two are going to really put a hell of a match together, a really hot opener. I want Mike Bolton to win. To be honest with you, I actually won't be disappointed whoever wins because to be honest with you, both men deserve to win.
Yeah,
So
if we were talking about like what's going to be like 5-star matches, I'd say Mike Bolton versus Ricky Stone is up there.
I would.
Bennett,
Yeah.
Kenty, Fudge Clank up there. What else? Oh, Legion of Chris versus Send in the Clowns. Oh.
Boo.
Yeah.
Donald.
And I don't know, maybe Trudgebank versus Chad, and of course Rex versus.
Oh
Thomas.
yes. We'll get to them in a minute, but basically, yeah. Like to be honest with you, whoever wins, no one is going to like their push is not going to go down because they're both going to gain something from it. But,
Especially Mike
I'm
Bolton.
gonna
I
go
don't
with
think
Ricky
it really matters whether if Mike Bolton wins or loses. He keeps getting booked constantly.
Yeah.
So he has something going for him. Okay, next match. Rush Brenton versus the lunatic Daniel Lopez. Tell me, why do you think Rush Brenton is going to win?
To be honest with you, I think this could be another good match too. I think this could be another even match. I'm gonna go with Rush Brenton because
Yeah.
he's kind of been, he's been really, I suppose, what's the word we could say, on form.
Not
lunatic.
Not a jobber.
No, I wouldn't say he's a jobber. I think he's
I
he's
think lunatic
unfortunate.
is an underdog in the same way that Sami Zayn
Yeah.
kind of was,
And Horseman.
and the Headless Horseman, but
Mm.
but
Like,
not
the
as
fact-
over as the Headless Horseman.
I think give Lunatic a couple of months, and I think that he could potentially do well.
He's beaten the Trudge, but I honestly think that the Trudge was just cutting him some slack
Probably.
because they had a rematch and that didn't end
And
well.
they- Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Roman Reigns did say we want
The
we
full
want the,
force of the Trudge
a
bank.
full force. I think I remember that. I think we got a little bit more than we were expecting. We kind of a little bit of a tease of a heel side of Trudge Bank. The way he was really dishing out an awful lot of punishment to Lunatic, but obviously it didn't really go far.
Imagine if there was a feud between Lance Vega and Lunatic.
Lance Vega and Lunatic. Oh god! I mean, that'd be interesting.
That'd honestly be interesting too. Two quote unquote weak wrestlers fighting it out in like the main event. Turn off your friggin' volume.
Hey, what?
I'm hearing myself through your mic.
Oh. 1 second.
Chump.
Jobber.
Chopper. Bazinga.
Zebra.
Okay, where were we? I'm gonna go with Lunatic getting a surprise victory over Rush Brenton. Similar
Okay.
to how he got a victory over the Trudger Mank.
God. I'm just trying to think.
Despite me shitting on Lunatic a bunch, he has the potential
Yeah.
of
Oh yeah,
an underdog.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I agree, and I'll go Lunatic for the lols.
Okay.
Okay. Probably what's going to be the match of the night right here. We have Bennett, Kenty, and Fudge Clank 3-way Extreme Rules for the Heartbreaker Championship.
I mean, if you actually, can I just say, I actually looked at that spot, the Fudge Shank spot for like 10 times, over 10 times. It was so good. I just couldn't stop laughing.
What is it with this feud being the best feud?
It's. I mean,
Besides, of course, Thomas versus Rex. I think I
Oh
said
yeah,
one too
yeah.
many Rexes there, but
But I mean, do you know, I will say this though, like, or like the feud was, of course, between Bennett and Fudge Clank, and just Christy Kenty just literally bulldozed her way in, and I mean, like, she pinned Bennett, she pinned Fudge Clank,
she pinned Fudge
and
Clank first. She pinned Bennett in what was an
yes,
amazing match, an amazing
yeah,
finish, to be honest. Like
yeah,
Bennett with the flatliner, and then Kenty just gets up, no sells it, and goes into the Kent knee.
hmm
Are we calling
and
it
then
that? Are we calling it the Kent knee? I
I
like
mean,
I like the Kent knee.
Yeah.
sure, why not? But yeah, and I mean, literally, like, she 110% deserves to be in this match.
Ever
Um,
since she took that major bump at Money
Yeah.
in the Bank,
oh, I'm telling you, that the pop hurt around the world, more so. Yeah.
it was like when
Oh my God, it was. I have never
what's
seen
his
anything like.
name? Kalisto did the Selena del Sol off the ladder.
Oh,
Hey.
oh yeah,
Essentially,
yeah,
sort of got him
yeah.
over.
Oh yeah. Where is he
Uh,
now? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No.
that's right.
I'm gonna go with Christy Kente. I mean,
That's the other one.
like. No, I mean that's basically it. I
Yeah.
don't know what to say.
It's obvious for me because
Yeah.
she's my girl. So Kente.
I'm gonna go with uh according to my predictor charts, it shows that Amy Bennett was going to win this championship match. So I'm gonna go with Amy Bennett on this one.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Okay, next match, sort of a breather match. Tag team action going on as D&D, Dominic and Dustin and Dominic, Dustin Henderson and Dominic Djokovic take on Jimmy Smash and Driftwood Saint in tag team action.
I'm just gonna keep it simple and go D&D because Roman Reigns is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, we gotta
He's
get
gonna-
we gotta get D&D over. I'm going D&D.
Um. Ooh. I mean, Smash and Saint. They had a good. Did a good match. Obviously, I don't want to spoil it because you didn't see it.
Was it a good match or
But
was it like above average?
um, above average. Above average.
I can't remember if they won or lost. I can't remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. I'm not actually playing tricks with the potato boy here. I can't
Do you know?
remember how that match
Yeah.
ended.
No. Do you know? I'll change it up. No disrespect to D&D, and I'll go with Smash and Saint.
Yeah, I kind of don't want this to devolve in us having the same thought like a friggin' echo chamber. Look where it got Rice and I. We both had essentially the same thing, and the one thing we disagreed on, we both lost. Imagine if the one thing we disagreed on was Nia Jax and Asuka.
God.
Oh,
Ima- uh, where were we? Did we all get
so
D&D
I
versus
think
Smash and
Yeah,
Saint?
I said
Yeah.
D&D.
I said
we're
D&D.
into the.
Okay, into this mixed tag team match. I'm not sure if you are realizing the pattern with mixed tag team matches, but Amber seems to be involved in most of them, as it seems.
Yeah. Of course, did you, Potato Boy? Did you see the mixed tag team match?
I did.
How did
Yeah.
what did you think of
What?
it?
I hope Amber is okay.
Well, she's okay enough to be on main event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just probably decided to take a nap, or her neck was snapped or something. I don't know.
I think she was seriously hurt and like literally they couldn't
Shoot
get the
dead.
doctors in. But she was moving. Maybe she was work dead while she was moving.
work dead. Bring out the casket. It's a casket match.
Who am I go?
Mantis and Io Ishimori versus Caveman and Amber.
Like to be honest with you, it's a hard one because they're both just there. They're really good in their respective
Last time we
suppose
saw
themselves.
Ishimori was up against Amy Bennett in another
Yeah.
classic match. Though
Oh,
I think
yeah.
if Rice would have seen that match, he would have complained about it being too many finishers being hit and too many kickouts.
Probably.
But I think that the whole finishers and kicking outs kind of sort of builds up the finisher's name so that we can like call out the finisher.
I suppose I'll start it off. I'm going to go with Mantis and Ishimori. Because on paper, they seem like a very good team to win.
I'm trying to remember. It's what, Mantis and Ishimori versus Amber and who?
Caveman.
Oh god. I don't think I've seen Caveman wrestle. Amber's very good, and for when she involved in the spot that her and Kenty,
Yeah.
Kenty
yeah.
took most of that spot.
Yeah.
Kenty had a seizure on the apron, and I thought Amber was dead until she literally got up, just as I said. I went, nope, no, she's not dead.
Damn. I've seen Mantis. I believe I've seen her compete, and I've seen Ishimori. I'm just gonna go because the people I've seen. I haven't seen Caveman, so I'm gonna go with the people I've actually experienced. That being, I'll go with Mantis and Ishimori.
Why couldn't this be the Mystery of Man tag team debut? Imagine the world's cutest slam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to make a prediction. Amber gets knocked unconscious again, and Caveman just wrecks Mantis's butt. But Io Ishimori, but Caveman still somehow makes it by a count out. It's going to end in a double count out.
Oh, God. You could be right.
This is the match that ends in double count out.
Well, I hope this goddamn next match doesn't.
Oh, I swear to God, if this match doesn't. The Legion of Chris Conroy and Chris Dallas taking on the Crocodile Tag Team Champions and Send in the Clowns, also known as Joker and Ronald McDonald.
Agent of Chris.
Yeah.
I think the
Do
Legion
take
of Chris has that stable advantage going with Chris Dynamite and Chris Danger in the side. You also you saw the first match of the night for the last episode of Raw, so you saw Chris Dallas beat Ronald McDonald in a no holds barred match.
What I was about to say is that, well, I think if it ends in a double count out, the only way that's going to happen is that Chris Dallas and Ron McDonald are going to resume their staring contest in the crowd again.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Be honest with you, I'm going to just blame Ronald McDonald for the double count out.
Fuck you. This feud isn't gonna end with a double countout. How many double countouts has this match has this feud had? 2?
I think 2, yeah.
2 is too many.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll just blame Ron McDonald.
Yes, well, he doesn't want to lose. So I put Nutella over it.
Because it's Ron McDonald.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Legion of Chris.
Even in his,
I'm not
even
gonna
his
say double
entrance.
count out.
Oh God! What should or what should be
Very
what's gonna
contest.
what should be bloody Ron McDonald comes in with a flipping sledgehammer and gets himself disqualified, and
Ron
they go,
McDonald
"Oh no!"
gets counted out.
Yeah, and the Joker's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm defending the title. Get a
Oh, but
big-
I'm gonna win the title. We are the champions, huh? Idiots! God, you're worse than Matt Riddle. And speaking of Matt Riddle,
Wait, did
Oh,
we all
God.
say Legion of Chris?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. Matt Riddle versus the Japan US champion Spider-Man, also known as the United Weebs Championship, but the Japan US Championship for
for marketing purposes.
for marketing purposes. Or is it the United States Japan title? I can't remember. I feel like
it's
the United
Japan
States is on
States.
Matt Riddle
It's
versus
the-
Spider-Man. Spider-Man having that heel tactics going on, while Matt Riddle has that dementia tactics going on.
I don't have a feeling that somehow, right, midway through the match, or at the end of it, Matt Riddle, no, midway through the match, Matt Riddle is going to run out and attack Matt Riddle.
Oh my God! He's gonna beat him. He's gonna beat up himself. What are the odds? Oh look, we're gonna have a feud with Matt Riddle. Oh, they're gonna have an Undertaker feud, a fake Matt Riddle and and the real.
Oh,
And
wait,
the-
is this 1-on-1 or is it any stipulation?
1-on-one.
or-
One-on-one.
Just 1-on-one.
I don't think there was any stipulation.
Okay. I have
Spider-Man's gonna take off his mask to reveal he was C-3PO all along. The biggest
And Matt-
swerve.
And Matt Riddle's gonna get a heart attack and die. Die.
This kind of talks Spider-Man does have that very slick, smooth as butter countdown victory over Matt Riddle. You just if it got in just before the 10.
Oh yeah, that's right. And we're here saying Spider-Man's a face, Spider-Man's a face, Spider-Man's a heel.
Hey, as well, Matt Riddle did lose to C-3PO.
Matt Riddle hasn't. When was the last time Matt Riddle won a match?
Didn't he even lose to Cannon of Fury?
Yes, he did. He lost to Freight Train. He lost to Cannon of Fury. He lost to Spider-Man. He lost at Money in the Bank. He lost. Did he? Was he at Money in the Bank?
I don't.
No.
I believe he faced Spider-Man in 1-on-1, which he lost, I think.
I do remember Matt Riddle winning one match. I do know he won one match.
And that one match is going to be this match. I say Matt Riddle becomes the new Japan US champion and then has a heart attack. And then Chris Danger cashes in.
I'm going Spider-Man.
God. It's a really tough one to call, but yeah, I'm going to go Spider-Man.
I'm going Matt Riddle, followed by a cash-in, probably.
Who knows?
I'm not even sure the computer can cash in after a match.
I'm also
I
going
hope
to say
they do. I hope they do.
My prediction as well is that there might be a cash-in.
There might be.
I'm going to say there isn't.
There may or may not be a cash-in. Correct. Let me correct it. So either way, I'm not wrong.
Why is this not the main event? Why is the main event a 4-way for a piece of cardboard?
Because Roman Reigns wants to get a piece of cardboard over.
Okay, speaking of Cannon of Fury, what's Cannon of Fury's gimmick?
Oh, yeah.
No smoke.
Yeah, he banned smoking.
Or was he a Tiger King fan?
No, he banned smoke in Canada, and I think he trained Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Oh, he trained by Jinder Mahal.
No, I think
I
think he trained Jinder Mahal.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Also,
Well, Canada Fury will. But yeah, apparently, so Canada Fury banned smoking in Canada, and now he's trying to do it in the United States.
and Nick Nasty
And
is facing him with Cesaro at his side. Let's not forget Cesaro.
Cesaro, coming out of still looking fresh.
As we
I
all
must
know,
say.
Cesaro is in Roman Reigns' D&D campaign.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Nick Nasty in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna also go with Nick Nasty. It's probably gonna hit the Nasty surprise and then a Nasty bomb or something.
Yeah. Do you know, I actually would like Nick Nasty to get like a good push, and I think Cesaro would. Cesaro at the helm. I think that would be a really, really good.
I don't think Nick Nasty's lost a match.
Oh, well, there you go.
Uh,
He's on the right track.
See, I was going to say Nick Nasty, but just to keep, as I sort of said, not to keep it like an echo chamber or whatever, I'm going to go with Cannon of Fury.
Yeah.
Because my Tiger King memes.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of going against the crowd, I bet you two are going to pick Chad for this Trudge Mank versus Chad match. But I'm going with the Trudge Mank.
I'm going to go Trudge, actually. I was going to go Trudge.
Fuck you.
Okay, I'll go on Chad. Chad.
I really don't know. Like this could be the greatest wrestling match ever.
It could be.
Like these are two. This is Rock Stone Cold right here.
It's like an
these are-
unstoppable force meeting the immovable object.
yeah.
Except instead of God versus Chad, it's
wait,
Trudge
that's
Mank
the
versus
fight.
Wait,
Chad.
no, it wasn't. Isn't that Thanos and Shrek?
Oh yeah, that's right.
There is just the force meeting the immovable object. I actually don't know. I'll go with Chad because I think Chad is, I mean, I can't say he's a beast because both of them are beasts. I'm gonna go with Chad because Chad has got that more of a win streak than Trudge Bank. Obviously,
I don't think we've seen Chad get pinned yet, but the only
No.
match he's lost was the Money
the
in the
Money in
Bank
the Bank.
match,
Yeah.
which honestly means nothing if someone lost that match.
No.
Because you look at
just-
Kristen Kenty, she lost that match. Now she's fighting for the title.
Oh, but there you go.
Oh yeah, should we have guessed if Brooklyn Von Braun was going to cash in her Money in the Bank?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Then again, we haven't seen Brooklyn Von Braun since
do anything.
So who knows?
Okay, so I'm Trudge
Find
Mank.
out.
John is Chad. Potato Boy. Final answer.
Chad.
Oh, okay. And here's the match of the night we've all been waiting for. Rex versus Thanos. I mean Thomas. Shoot.
Tom.
I got his shoot name wrong. What do you think that the creator of these two guys thinks about this?
I mean, I think he's just basically saying what we were always saying, that the only reason that they're on the show is because they just wanted to be booked. They don't care if they want to be
No,
against each other or not.
they're using it to boost themselves up to tag rankings.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
jeez,
working. It's working.
I'm gonna go Rex.
I mean, we've seen Thomas beat Rex like at Money in the Bank before, and Rex has beaten Thomas on an episode of Raw. It's pretty even, these two, despite their strengths differences. They're evenly matched essentially.
I think Shrek is a little like a teeny bit. I suppose has more win losses than Thanos.
Thomas.
Thomas. I go with Shrek. Rex. Because in the end, he's Saudi Arabia's greatest import.
I'm gonna go with Thanos on this one because I gotta cheer for the little big guy. Also because Shrek's finishing move is always going to end up in a rope break. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in
It
saying
could
that?
end in a. It could end in a double DQ.
It could end in a double countout.
I mean, who knows? They could break the ring and go, "Oh, damn it,
I
we have
swear,
one match left."
if one of them does that finish, I wouldn't be mad. That would be awesome, actually, if a computer just does that finish.
I hope they. I actually hope that in the universe that they leave the ring just broken and that you have like the 4-way then. um. So yeah.
This might be the end of
And
the
then
feud, might not be.
Who knows?
God only knows. As long as they want to be booked, this feud ain't ending.
I mean,
Like, could you?
they could go for a feud for the title.
Never know.
I mean, what are the odds that they could be #1 contenders out of this feud for the tag titles?
Are they not #1 contenders now?
I don't think so. I haven't seen the. I actually haven't seen the rankings.
Yeah, I haven't seen the rankings either, but I know that the Legion of Chris are #4 in the rankings, despite going for the titles.
Despite being #1 contenders at the start.
Amy Bennett was the #1 contender, and now she
Yeah.
wasn't. She's like #4 contender as well, or something.
Yeah. And then of course the main event.
The main
is gonna
event,
be
which is the gimmick match of the show, main event. Did you know that main event was supposed to be a fatal 4-way style main event? Well, C-3PO versus a champion known as Ribby versus Stormtrooper versus Jace Scanton in a fatal 4-way match for a title.
Stormtrooper. I'm gonna go Stormtrooper.
I'm going
He's beaten.
I'm
He's beaten
gonna.
Ribby.
I
I'm sorry.
predicted a match earlier tonight based on my prediction-o-meter that showed me that the Legion of Chris won the titles at one point. I'm going to say that this is the match where Jace Scanton becomes a champion.
I wouldn't be disappointed with that.
So we're all just saying that Ribby's not going to come out of this the champ.
Yeah.
Remove the belt from Ribby.
Surgically.
That
he's eating it.
he's literally eating it. He's gonna have to crap that out.
Okay, that's all the matches we've gone through, but should we discuss what's going to be the match of the night for the Summer Soul Star Super Show and main event respectively?
Let me see.
I'm going to say that Swan Princess versus Special Week is going to be the match of the night. And for main event,
Yeah.
it's honestly it's gotta be Mike Bolton versus Ricky Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Sumo Soul Star Super Show, I'm gonna go with the Respect Women Championship, and for main event, I'm gonna go with Trolch and Jad.
For me, for the Summer Soul Star Super Show, it's either that or I think it could be as much as Chad versus Ronald McDonald, with Chad completely carrying Ronald McDonald to a match of the night. Yes.
Yeah, and he's gonna carry him and put him in a coffin and shove him down the grave.
As for I guess Money in the Bank, it's similar for me. I'd say
Main
event.
Main event, sorry. Mike Bolton and Ricky Stone, or the triple threat, I think.
Huh.
So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, that's interesting. We've made it almost 2 hours in this podcast. And let me tell you, the viewership did not skyrocket whatsoever.
Oh, we got two viewers, isn't it? Looking at it now.
2 viewers, probably a max of 3 or 4.
Yeah, but I tell you, there's probably there's gonna be when I was saying the video's finished. There's gonna be a couple of views, hopefully.
So anyway, which one of you is gonna be joining me for the Summer Soul Star Super Show this Friday?
I should be there.
Cool.
Yeah, I should. Wait, no, sorry, I won't be there.
Oh, okay,
Sadly.
that's fine. Potato Boy and I have broken up our feud because we can now commentate on Monkey Wrestling Rebirth. I like how our feud just ends because we could commentate together now.
Really?
Chuck.
I'm Rico.
Johnny's Rico, yeah. He's our wedding planner.
Serving roles instead of Zebra. I'm Billy. Safe changes. Chuck. Save
Fine.
changes.
Oh my
Add
god.
a new role. Rico. Save
Yay.
changes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, I got Rico. Oh my god.
Ay. That's good. Is there actually really left to talk about?
My birthday's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Already
yay.
happy early birthday.
Yeah, this
Absolutely.
Sunday I'm gonna be streaming all day.
There's some there.
You guys want to join me at some point?
I should be around.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Sunday,
we can like do that one thing the off the card, like watch some Fire Pro.
I mean,
You guys book some matches.
Oh, or some Monster Prime.
Instagram.
We could, if you want, we could do main event.
Oh, could we? Nah, I don't want my my birthday stream to be like something that I'll take like 2 hours of
true.
just us doing commentary. I was hoping
True.
like that would just be like the commentary thing would be like an hour or less than an hour. Something like
Yeah.
how Monkey Wrestling Rebirth has started off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be fair.
Well, it depends.
Yeah. Well,
Let us know in the comments below what games you'd like us to play or what you'd like for us to do.
We
We
can
could play
do
games.
Tora Bash.
We could play Drawful. We could play.
We could try to play Drawful on my birthday. That would be good.
we could get
Cards
right.
Against Humanity.
Hopefully, get some people to play
Yeah.
Drawful.
Yeah.
Get Ricey.
Yeah, we could get Rice in. We can get all
We
the guys in the.
You guys know what Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football is?
Does no.
Well, I can't figure out how to make computer players face each other.
Ow.
Dog Football.
Oh.
There's Overcooked, but none of you guys have Overcooked. You know, I tried to make RimWorld a thing, and then my computer crashed.
I know there is like a multiplayer mod for it, but I'm not sure how it works. But definitely at some point though, we should. Well, I guess just mention the I saw we should like try and do the Morrowind multiplayer.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, run around as two Argonians.
Run around as two Argonians, both named Kildor.
Sent the fight Dago or the 6,000. We just beat him with our fists.
We just punch all those little worms.
The cliff racers. Oh, that. But yeah,
and we steal from people. We make skooma. We become super alchemists. Make skooma.
Oh.
Punch things.
Gee.
Wear heavy armor.
Heavy. Go skinny dipping in the heavy armor.
Jump from one part of Morrowind to the other.
Like using the fly take.
Do the DLC.
Oh yeah. I've never properly played Morrowind, so it'll be an experience for me.
I played it once for like a month or two, and then I started playing Skyrim. You know, is this the part where I do the origins of Kildor, or Have I
You-
explained the
you've told-
origins?
You've told me before, I believe.
Like off screen or
Yeah.
okay. Kildor started off as an Argonian in Skyrim, I believe. I think I based his personality off of a Let's Play, another Let's Play of Skyrim, but that Skyrim used a Khajiit, and I was more interested in Argonians. And then I made Kildor a killing machine who holds a dagger that stabs people.
Yeah, Marin's Razor. That's a chance of one-shotting people.
Yeah. And I also had the Dark Brotherhood glove things, which like quintuple the sneak attacks.
Eh.
And I think like every once in a while I'd use healing magic to level up restoration. And then
I think
Kildor moved to Morrowind. And that wasn't the same Kildor because that Kildor was like a different Kildor because Morrowind was set in a different time period.
Eh.
That Kildor was a buff Kildor. He was the hunter Kildor. The Kildor then became a species of different Kildor, known as Kildor. Some Kildors are hunters, others are gatherers. And then that's when you get the Kildor in Oblivion, who is a spy Kildor, who has higher intelligence than every other Kildor before you. This Kildor has a generic personality of a chump. And then anyway, eventually I started playing the Mountain Blade Warband a Vikings DLC, and that gave us the giant human known as Kildor, which is a story about a man trying to find his mother. That didn't end well because Kildor couldn't get the wife he wanted.
His mother.
Yes.
Was
He wanted his wife to be his mother.
oh god. When you're the one that wanted Daddy to notice him, was that Kildor or is
That was
someone
not
else?
Kildor. That was not
Okay.
Kildor.
Okay.
that
Oh.
that DLC was fun. That mod is fun though.
Yes.
Especially if you play as a noble prince, and especially if you play on like lower difficulties.
Yeah, it's quite a difficult mod.
Yeah. It's mostly because well, you're a prince, and if you're friggin' jobbing out to these lower peons and you don't get yourself a kingdom by yourself, who's going to take you seriously if you're the son of the king of friggin' Scotland? Daddy doesn't love you. Oh, Daddy won't give you this fief thing. He won't give you fucking France. No, that wasn't Kildor. Though I think I did make a 1000 Statman version in like regular Warband called him Kildor and got bored of it because I was cheating. I mean, it was fun, but
Yeah, I had I guess I guess my funniest, I'll especially quickly, it's not, I guess, divulging for the Kildor stuff, but it's my funniest probably Warband playthrough was I met a guy called Tiberius Deus Vault, and my intention had been to join the Papal States and work for the Pope. So what got the Pope basically walked in. The Pope said to me, "Usually cut the throats of commoners that walk in. But I'm in a good mood today, so I'll leave you be." So I was like, well, that's not a very holy thing for the Pope to say. So I gave it a mission of getting these taxes, which added up to 10,000. So I took the money and joined the Emirate of Granada, which is like the Muslim faction in Spain, and then worked my way up through the ranks.
and
It's
then
one of my favorite
then you
things ever.
betrayed the Muslims to go on a crusade.
Uh,
That would be some
No.
like 8D chess moves right there.
no,
You just
where
join the Pope.
where the story actually kind of ended was that I was about to marry the king's daughter without him knowing.
Oh yeah, we were still talking about Kildor. There were other variations of Kildor, like
One
Fallout
moment.
Shelter Kildor, who I believe was the son of two important characters. Oh, you fucking jobber. Muting yourself. There was the Kildor robot in Fallout 4, which is pretty good. I mean, he was no Nukatron. Nukatron was the best robot I made.
But he was good.
Yeah.
He was fairly average.
I wish I want to like make a stream where I just or like do a video where I just do a tour of Spectacle Island from my original game.
Oh, Spectacle Island, yes. That's where you had one of your oh wait, no, sorry, that wasn't. Never mind.
Where I
It's a
had
different.
no, you're thinking of the potential modded playthrough where I play as the Fat Man.
No. When you were talking about Spectacle Island, no. Potato Boy did a pay-per-view in his Fire Pro game in Spectacle Island, and I thought it was you that did it in Fire Pro, but it was Potato Boy.
Probably.
Yeah.
What other Kildors? Wait, why am I asking this question? I know I have a go into my Steam profile, and I can probably find all the screenshots that just say Kildor. Let's go with most popular. So I took a Twinkie from this flaming swordsman guy, shot his buddy in the face with a shotgun, and then shot his non-Buzz Lightyear face. Oh.
Wow.
What?
What?
I just come back and I hear that you stole a Twinkie off a guy with a flaming sword and shot him in the face.
Yeah, remember the Fat Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going through screenshots of Kildor.
1 second. I have a mouse in my room, so I'm just staring at him.
Kildor as a Viking. Uh,
Potato Boy versus the mouse. Who wins?
He's right in front of me right now.
there's another Kildor in Morrowind who's wearing a wizard hat. And Kildor. Come to Spectacle Island. We've got floating robots.
Wow.
Oh, I got a thing that says protect this smile. Oh, shoot, it's Orton. I remember the good old days of Mountain Blade Rebirth.
Those were the days.
And then I
I've heard.
turned the Rebirth server into a fight club, apparently.
Oh.
And there I am punching Potato Boy. Those were the days.
Simpler times.
Start off terribly, somehow get all the relics and win. I made a romance simulator that sold 1 million copies without. I'm just looking through old screenshots.
I wasn't around back then in those times. Your Mountain Blade.
Without the aid of another company, best multiplayer visual novel ever. Let's see, what else is there? This looks like a scene out of. Right now, I'm just going through. This looks like a scene out of a kids' TV show. Oh, yeah, it kind of does. Where like the kids like, I became a dirty ref just to make Dusty Rhodes the light heavyweight champion.
You see that
Oh, here's
in
another.
this business.
Oh yeah, that's right. In Dark Souls, I made Kildor. I had a Kildor in Dark Souls.
Oh.
I almost forgot that I had Dark Souls because I didn't buy Dark Souls. Dark Souls was a gift. Perry Class injured his ribs. I got blamed for something that I didn't do. The potato famine. Oh yeah, RimWorld. This is the part where I had RimWorld and I did some like RimWorld screenshots, and I think I had like a boatload of potatoes. And obviously, of course, let's not forget the Kenshi Kildor, who became the world's greatest martial artist.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I feel like I was talking about RimWorld earlier with you guys, or maybe I was talking about RimWorld with my brother, but I essentially told him about organ harvesting and how it wasn't good. But I removed the organs of this one living guy, and it was essentially just a mercy killing at that point because his brain had a permanent gunshot injury, leaving him at 2 out of 10 health. So he was essentially unconscious all the time. So I just removed his organs.
He was embered.
Yeah. All right, and I gave him a proper funeral. It was a sad thing.
It was a sad day for the parish.
Remember when the Trudge Bank used to do like off the top rope zigzag?
I think so, yeah.
Judgment Day, and then there's a lot of people starting to make screenshots of Wrestling Revolution 3D. Sam Mower defeated someone for the Cruiserweight Championship. The Tall Tower. Axeman, Man of Action. Oh, and then Dragon Ryan goes to form the Trudge Banking team. And there's the Fudge Clank. Originally supposed to be a man.
Ooh.
And then I started to play this one game called what was it called? Staxel, and I became Princess Frittata, the #1 Catgirl Lolly horse racing princess. But there were no horses to race.
What you call it? You were saying that the Fudge Clank was originally supposed to be a man. Did she get a gender change and became a woman?
No, I think it's because women can't be fat, and I wanted the Fudge Clank to be fat.
Oh.
So I honestly don't. Listen, they
You
can
wanted her to
friggin'
be
have
fat.
they. I think it's the body size that was the most important thing there.
The body size and the mangled face. That's a champion. That's your heartbreaker champion, ladies and gentlemen.
And then some more frittata.
Potato.
Frittata. Man, how long have I been making screenshots on Steam?
Would it say how many you have?
Yeah, I have like 300.
Oh, wow.
And I got like a picture of the Fat Man taking on a behemoth in a sword fight.
Wow. Who won?
Obviously the Fat Man.
Obviously.
And there's like this other screenshot where the behemoth is just looking at the Fat Man, and I called it the sup look. You know how it is, where they just tilt their head to the side and sort of have their head back. Sup. It's like sup.
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 Sup. It's like he tilts his head, and got his chin up, and giving that sup look.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure how to
sup.
describe it better than that.
No, I'm doing it right now. I'm just going, sup.
And I like that the entire gimmick of the Fat Man is to quote unquote steal Twinkies from other people. And the Twinkies, of course, are fusion cores.
All because he's fat.
And then I eventually stole the mayor of Diamond City's clothing. And the mayor of Diamond City is ripped as heck.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Is
Oh,
he still mayor?
probably. Maybe I had like a Kildor in Faster Than Light.
Still discussing Kildor?
I was going through all my old screenshots to find Kildor. Kildor gets married in the wrestling. What's its? Crack heroin, LSD, 9.75. The protagonist, Action Man, was phenomenal. Oh wait, I almost thought this screenshot was from. If I send you this image, will you be able to tell what game it's from?
Definitely.
You'll probably get it wrong at first glance, honestly.
Yeah, I almost had fun with the little baby mouse. It was
Did you
it's
kill
gone
it?
off. No, I didn't get it.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Mouse
underneath my
wins
bed.
again.
Now let's
No,
see
I
if I
wasn't
can
looking
like
at my
post
bed.
it right here. Maybe. Honestly, I'm not sure if that's gonna work.
Let's see. Um,
Or I could save image.
series makers? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. But if you did not see that, would you have been able to tell if it was?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you have mistaken it for Game Dev Tycoon?
I would have mistaken it for what you call it? Wait, no, I shouldn't say that. That would have been sound stupid. Also, I like the fact that what we see there is there are a whole load of crack heroines.
Yeah, Crack Heroin is a lot. Is a
Yeah,
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie franchise.
good movie fan. Don't do drugs, kids.
Right. What I'm saying, I might call it. I might head off.
Well, I
okay.
mean, I've just been stalling for time because.
Alright.
And then there's the Walrus Man. And I don't know when, where, or why, but I think I had Team Chad versus Team Chad at what seems to be JFK.
John F. Kennedy.
Alright. It's been fun, gentlemen. So I'll see you around.
Yes, yes.
I should say this.
Good night.
Good night.
Eatish.
Good night.
Eatish.
And then there's Oxygen Not Included. Can't remember if
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if everyone had the same stats or if they just grew their stats over time. No one had. They grew their stats over time. And then I got Plague Inc. before COVID began.
Steve Carino. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Carino.
Don't want to get demonetized, of course.
And yeah, I think that's all the things that I have. I could only stall for like 20-ish minutes.
Yeah.
I'm all out of things to say. Do you have anything to say, John?
No. I've nothing to say. Only,
Well,
suppose that. Yeah, no, go on.
I was going to end it, so you can.
Oh yeah,
go.
no. I would just say, thanks very much for tuning into the podcast. Thanks for leaving your comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Tap the bell. and comment down below. And
Don't miss my birthday.
don't miss the birthday. Whatever you do.
Don't miss the birthday.
And if you do,
Donate to the
we're gonna
Patreon.
yeah, donate to Patreon.
Donate
Link
to the
in the description
Patreon.
below. More. We don't want. We want less than $1.
We want
$1 is maximum.
$1 maximum. If you give $10, you're a chump. If you give $100, you're a simp. If you give $1,000, you're paying off my college tuition. If you give me $1 million, you're Jeff Bezos
Pretty much.
or
Also, don't
Elon
forget
Musk.
to.
But
I'm just looking here at the descriptions below. There's a friendship code down below there too for all the. Is that Animal Crossing?
yeah, it's Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch, but yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe
And,
I've been like on the stream so long that I forgot to like do some of the Switch stuff. I haven't even like touched Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm thinking about like doing that for the birthday stream. You know,
Ooh. Yeah.
maybe like set up matches for people and I commentate over them. You know, like
There you go.
yeah,
And there it is. And of course, don't forget to join the Discord server too.
yeah. Join the Discord server, please. I want to
Yeah.
have fun with as many people as I can, unless you're using me. It's one of my least favorite
Absolutely.
things.
We're trying to grow the local Madman channel.
And the Discord channel, but the Discord channel we have
Yeah.
fun. We try to have fun.
We try to have fun. We're trying to obviously get to 11 million subscribers, so we, of course we have that
Have
face
that
reveal.
epic face reveal YouTube Red series,
So
which is
if you
honestly,
want to have
if I'm going to say what that YouTube Red series is, it's essentially going to be just a wrestling promotion, except faker.
what if you get 11 million subscribers?
Yeah,
Oh no, you gotta show off your face. You can't be.
I'm going to be
You
on the
gotta-
commentary table.
I mean, I tell you what you can do. Maybe when we're all said and done, we'll have a sketch, and that you lose a bet or something, and you have to unmask. We gotta give the people what they want. We've been hyping this for so long, and it's only as soon as we get 11 million subscribers, you know, you get that. We gotta get that face reveal. I tell you what. How about I tell you what? How about it? Leave in a comment below if you've actually watched far this. I should say if you have watched this far. Number one, fair play to you, and number two, leave a comment down below if you want to see a face reveal for Rysor. If so, then
Don't
subscribe.
forget to like, share, and subscribe for 11 million
And
subscriber
tap-
face reveal, because I
Yeah.
want that YouTube Red wrestling series. Imagine if
We're
the
trying-
wrestling series was just like the story of the Trudge Mank, or the
Pretty
story of the
much.
Trudge, so we don't get sued by the Chapmans.
Pretty much.
Well, anyway, I've been John. No, wait, we're not doing this gimmick again. I've
No.
been the local madman, Captain Eyesore's Beach Party Bonanzas. This has been Johnny Drop Toe Hold, and we'll see ya when we'll see ya. See ya.